forests and bushes of Biafrans in order to forcibly hand them over to Miyetti Allah. Today they have come to fulfill that task. But I want to assure them, I want to assure Biafrans that the different defense forces all over Okigwe axis, starting from Isi Alampano to where Okigwe ends, the men of the defense forces are taking their positions and waiting these evil demons to enter the trap. So I am here now letting Biafrans in Okigwe to understand that everybody, everyone, both home, both mama and papa, young and old, should be celebrity conscious, because these evil demons have come for their final trial, final invasion, final genocide against the people of Okigwe. And I want to use this opportunity to let Biafrans to understand that the men of defense forces are also appealing to you, for you to continue to pray for God's intervention, for God's quick intervention over our generals. Please, this is the information I want to drop for you to understand that the Nigerian terrorist government, under the watch of Southeast politicians, have come to invade our Okigwe communities again. And today, it is open that this ongoing genocide war that is going on by the Nigerian terrorist government against Biafran indigenous. So take this message to your loved ones for them to understand what is currently going on. God bless you and remain blessed.
A minute silence for our fallen heroes and heroines. The time starts now. May the spirit of our fallen soldiers, past and present, continue to fight, continue to protect our soldiers, our BDF in the forest from the eyes and hands of these Fulani terrorists. Let them continue to fight. Let them touch the heart of Biafrans and minister to them to bring their Eje and Ejemma to support this freedom, so that their spirit will rest in peace. Let them continue to be a shield to our defense back home. Ise, Ise, and Ise.
Let us pray. For God in heaven, Almighty Creator, the ancients of the ancients, the maker of the heavens and the earth, you created everything that the mind of a living soul can imagine, yet none created thee. That is why we say you are immortal, you are invisible, you are omnipotent. This very God that every generation who has ever had the grace of knowing thee has always testified to your goodness. That is the same God that we kneel and bow before. This God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help, even in this time of Janjaweed trouble, even in this time of Fulani rage and terrorism. Therefore, we shall fear no evil. This IPOB shall fear no evil. Even if the whole world is against us, even if Britain intensifies their effort to cross this very light of hope in sub-Saharan Africa, even though they shake the mountains, even though the seas may rise, even though they may give all the weapons and ammunition to the Zoological Republic, no matter what they do, no matter how they ferment their rage, it doesn't matter to us. For God, Chipokika Biama, is in the land of Biafra. We shall never ever be moved. This God of the ancients will help us now and forevermore. For Biafra shall come, and this Lord of hosts is with us. Chukwotika Biama, the same God of Jacob, this same God of Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, this God that never abandons his people, this same God is our refuge. And we proclaim it unashamedly that this God that we kneel and bow before, we shall worship thee, for Biafra is your promise. Your word is yea and amen. Instead of your word not to come to pass, heaven and earth will cease to exist. Upon this very hope we anchor all our belief that Biafra shall come in our time, and we pray that it come this very year, that your glory may be made manifest in the lives of men, that we may kneel and bow before thee. Sorrow to tell and supper, nay, Germany is here, Latinate, like a Prumianina, go to Tony, never against it, then so, Ugama won't be in every day. He said, he said, he said, I'm not letting you.
Thank you so very much, Biafras. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to BRGIE Space and happy Sunday to all of you. It's great to be in your midst once again. Thank you. I've seen senior citizen. David, I see you. King David, our COS, the original COS, Minister Snow, senior citizen Ben, Emenike, Mama in the house, Minister Betty, I see you. 1 million, I see you. Sister Augustina, Biafra Liaison, Onyenyere one of Biafra Land, I see you. I'm Simon Ekpa, I see you. Defense MID, I see you. Happy Sunday to all of you. Senator, I see you. Rejan Furi, Nwada, God's mercy. Egbe Igwe, I see all of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Nkechi, Monday, knit it together. Oh, what a beautiful name. And we are going to knit it together in this space today. AK Joes, Dan Dio, Simon Ekpa, Afam, Williams, the Biafra. I'm only saying the first name. Please don't be offended. Chima, good afternoon, morning, evening to all of you. Udojo, Onyejoe, Emeka, Success, Godwin, Ozzy Best, Don, Edu, Onome, and every other one listening in the anonymous section. We say welcome to BRGIE Space. Without you, our listeners will not be here. Yeah. Today is not the day that we will spend so much time in playing jingle while waiting for people to join, because we have just 2.5 hours left as we have US Town Hall meeting today. And this should not be new to anyone. Our time for space now, according to our information minister, will always be 3 p.m. Biafra time. So please let everybody be aware of this. Do not panic. There is nothing wrong. We are just following instruction because we have to increase our media war. So from morning 7 a.m. Biafra time till 3 p.m., you are to do posting in Twitter. I've seen a lot of Biafrans posting, but some still, have, it doesn't have that knowledge of tagging. But there's a lot of improvement. I had to spend time to go through it. I really appreciate what Biafrans are doing. This is what our information minister wants. So use the morning time to create posts, use the GIF is there, our flag is there, our logo for defense is there, our APM's a picture is there as well. Create a post from morning till 3 p.m. then space will start. Space will not start before 3 p.m. So please let all Biafrans be aware of this. And then once the space starts, since you all know it has to start by 3, the earlier we log in, the better, because the space highest will be 4 to 5 hours at most, so that everybody can close, get rest, and prepare for the next day. So he also consider our health as well, and not for us to stay 15 hours in the space, 10 hours, and we keep on repeating the same thing over and over again. So I think it's a welcoming idea, and we can see the improvement in Twitter. So please learn how to tag. The easiest one is at POTUS. POTUS, all capital letter. At POTUS. Don't keep space. I'm just using that one as an example. That is a President Donald Trump handle. See, very easy. All capital letters. You can also see other people to tag. Okay? So that is the message I want to pass out here. So welcome once again. We are here on a very special note, and let it clear that everyone in this space, whether you are somebody who has been advocating for this issue for decades, or you are just starting now to think about what sovereignty and self-determination mean for our people, we all belong here. So we are going to have respectful dialogue with everyone. We are going to listen to one another, and we are going to live here with actual next step, not just good feelings. So everything we will say in this space is anchored to reporting from a reputable outlet and human rights organization what is going on in Biafra land and terrorist country called Nigeria. So please do not interject anyone when the person is speaking. Please do not say someone is speaking nonsense. No. Another information is our new link for payment. I will post it in the jumbotron so that you will know and click the link. So if you had made pledges few weeks ago because you had difficulties in making payment, yesterday during the fundraising, our APM has brought out a new link. So we will share it. It's already shared in most of the platform that is talking about BRGIE. So, and it's very, very easy. There's nothing to worry about. Just follow the step, click on the link, the website will open. Just go and click donate. It will take you to give your card details. It's as easy as ABC. And this evening we have US Town Hall meeting. So immediately we end this space, we will all move to the US Town Hall meeting, and all Biafrans are expected to be there. Bring your 1 Eje and 1 Ejema. If you have more than that, bring it. We will be happy to receive from you, because you just heard the message from our Brigadier General. I had to play it because there may be no time to play it specially. So we have all heard, and he's advocating for us to come together, and that message is for us to raise more funds, because you see they are playing their last card, but this last card, our defense need more money. And that is why today's space says, how the world sees Biafra media, diplomacy, path to sovereignty, and should have been IOU opportunity, but due to the restriction in the space, I had to remove the opportunity. So IOU opportunity. So how is the world seeing us now? How is the world seeing our media now compared to years back? How is the world seeing our diplomacy compared to the years back? How is the world seeing our path to sovereignty compared to the years back? Then you have this IOU opportunity. If you know that the way the world is seeing us now has changed, then you have the opportunity to invest in our IOU. So that is what the topic says. And please, I will need co-host. We are not going to stay a longer time. So once you have the mic, please talk and know that you have to give chance for others to speak. So it is divided into 3 sections. The space is divided into 3 sections. The topic, sorry, is divided into 4 sections. Sorry, the media, the diplomacy, the path to sovereignty, and our IOU opportunity. So that is how we'll be, handling the space this evening. So I'll quickly give the overview, just very fast. Yeah, so we'll start with the current media landscape. Yeah, so how is our story being told now? Most importantly, how is it not being told, and what can we do about it? Then we are now move to diplomatic strategies. And I just want you to listen, because I know some of you might think, what diplomacy? What is diplomacy? Who is listening to us? But I'm going to challenge that thinking. There are doors opening that many of us don't even know about. There are conversations happening which we don't know about. Our government cannot just bring it and throw it in the social media. So a lot is happening around the world with BRGIE. Yeah. So, and after that, we will now, go deep into the final stage, which is the path to sovereignty. I just pray that there will be time for us to dig into this topic. So what does that actually look like now compared to before? What has changed? What has changed? That is what we are going to talk about. What can we learn from other movements? So that is what we are going to talk about. And then this is the big one. We are going to spend serious time on our IOU loan program. I have seen our Minister Snow here. Maybe if he's still here and he's free, maybe he can anchor that part. Yeah, if he will be free. So we are talking about numbers in that space, and then that is in the area of IOU. That is what I'm talking about. The numbers. Who are those that can invest? Yeah. So that is how the space has been structured to move. So we are also taking broader diaspora investment. So beyond the IOU program, what else? What other opportunities exist? How do we coordinate our economic power for maximum impact? So that is what the space is all about today. As I said, I need a co-host. If I don't see, that means I'll do the whole talking. Or Guinea. Are you hearing me? Away. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Give me thumbs up. Let me know that you are hearing me. Can I see a sign that you are hearing me? Okay, thank you, my minister. Thank you so much. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. The first part will be the media war. The media war. Yeah. So, controlling the narrative. We are going to look at the media war. Once I finish this media war explanation, you can now pick the mic. Mr. Betty, should I send co-host to you?
No problem. Go on.
All right. Thank you. Let me send it now. Okay. I've sent it to you. So, yeah, let's talk about the war we often ignore, which is the media war. Because Nigeria has long understood one thing. If they can shape the narrative of Biafra internationally, they can weaken our legitimacy and delay our march to sovereignty. Because that is what they have been doing for this number of years. Look at how international press stories sourced from Nigeria official channel describe us. You see, for some years now, they've described us as terrorists. They've called us criminals. Or this latest one, violent separatists. And we can see in 2017, the Nigerian government officially labeled, then it was IPOB, as a terrorist organization, not knowing that they are the real terrorists as they have been designated by Canadian court last month. So, this designation was picked up widely by international outlets. We saw it from we saw it from BBC. Sorry, what is making noise? Sorry, I don't know what is making this noise. Oh. Please give me 1 minute. I need to end this. Sorry about that. Okay. So um yeah, so we saw when it was widely carried by BBC. Every international news media handle carried it because the Nigerian government told them they must report and spread the news that IPOB is a terrorist organization. You see, so without context or any verification at all. So what does that mean? It means that when foreign diplomats or journalists, once they Google Biafra, if you just try it now, it's just that our story have changed today. Initially, if you Google Biafra, the very first layer of result paint us as extremists, not as people seeking justice. That is what Nigerian government did few years back. So meanwhile, the real story, the killing of civilians, the economic strangulation of the Biafra region, the kidnapping, the raiding by the terrorist military, they rarely make it to the front pages of their newspapers. You cannot find it. Because, when Amnesty International documented security forces that killed over 150 pro-Biafra protests between that 2015 and 2016, the Nigerian officials immediately dismissed it outrightly and said such number never existed. In fact, there was no killing. You see, international outlets covered Amnesty report, but the Nigerian government, the denial often receive more space than the victim. That is what played out. So now, there are tools that the Nigerian government is using to control this story. Now, let's look at the media regulation and censorship. How are they doing it? We remember that the National Broadcasting Commission, I think NBC, has repeatedly issued orders threatening fines. We have seen it against broadcasters who air any content that relates to Biafra. We have seen it. In 2021, this NBC, they even sanctioned media houses for reporting on IPOB without using the word terrorist. If they don't add terrorists to IPOB, they sanction them. And that is what the government demanded. So this pressure shapes how Nigerian journalists write or don't even write about Biafra. So international desk, what did they do? Then often echo these headlines without knowing the censorship environment. Yeah, they quickly grab it and believe, excuse me, what the Nigerian government told them about Biafra. We also look at the diplomatic public relations. Nigerian embassies, oh my God, in abroad, they work hard to brief foreign officials with Nigerians framing. That is what they have been doing till date. To them, Biafra is not a people with grievances. No, they look at Biafra, it is a security threat to them, security threat to their national unity, as they claim. Ministry of Information through official like you saw Lai Mohammed, how aggressively he pushed this language. He will come out to this same channel's television and push this language. He even went as far as telling Facebook to lock all the accounts of anybody that is talking about Biafra. We could see that even our PM's account in YouTube was pulled down, and so many Biafrans accounts. That is what Nigerian government did, you know. And if you look at the other angle, one of the tools that they used was under what I call selective amplification. When violent incidents occur in Biafra land, the Nigerian terrorist media quickly they will attribute it to unknown gunmen, which they themselves created, or they will say IPOB, you know, without any form of evidence. But when civilians are killed by their terrorist security forces, what will they do? The coverage will go muted. They will not say anything. That is what has been happening. So this is how the dead of our people are buried under this forum that Nigerian government has created. Now the counter narrative has emerged, which is Biafra media rising, which is all of us gathering here, which is what our information minister have told us to do on a daily basis from morning till afternoon. We have reason up because we are here now to change, and the world have seen us now in a different perspective. Because the truth is, this narrative dominance is no longer flying for them. Over the past 5 years, Biafra Media Initiative, we have used podcasts, we have used online papers, we have used YouTube channels, we have used this best platform called Space. You see, we started to pierce through all these lies, and we made the world to know that this is not who we are. So there is a change in the way the world is seeing Biafra media today, because we have taken up our stories to tell it by our own selves. You know, even when there was this drone attack in Kaduna that killed over 80 civilians during a religious gathering, it was not Nigerian media that reported it. It was independent voices that amplified, and it was amplified by those in diaspora. We could see that even Al Jazeera had to take it up. But that was when Al Jazeera was, very clean and polished in their report. But these days, they have paid deaf ears, they have become blind. They refuse to report what is happening in our land. You see, during the NSAS, what did we see in 2020? It was not government controlled NTA like NTA that reported it. No, they did not. They did not. It was live streamed by citizens who brought out their phones and videoed everything. And then CNN now picked it because the report was too much. That is one of the things we should be doing now. Right now, Nigerian media is not reporting what is happening in our land, the killings that is going on. And we could clearly hear from our Brigadier General, Angel Makeup, that has come out to inform Biafrans to also tell the world this is what is happening. Because if they are waiting for the Nigerian news headline to carry it, they will never. So today, platforms run by Biafrans Diaspora Network are challenging the government framing. That is what we are doing. We counter the falsehood that Biafra equals violence by documenting every civilian casualties, every dead Biafrans, every burnt houses. We are there to tell the stories by ourselves, every kidnapping, every displacement. And you see, we have also let the world to know that we are peace-loving people. That is what we are doing. So this reframes us not as a trade, but as a people seeking survival and justice against what the media and the world saw us few years back because of the propaganda machine that Nigerians use to label us terrorists, to label us secessionists, to label us what again? So many unpleasant names that they gave to us. So why are we controlling this narrative today? Why? Why does it really matter? I want Biafrans to remember this. The struggle is not only fought with bullets or protests. It is fought with words, images, and data. And that is why every morning we wake up and the first thing we do is to share the news, to write memos about our situation, to post it there, to create anything that will attract the world. And above all, we have to tag these people, these world leaders, to know what is happening. Because if the world believes the Nigerian version that Biafra is chaos, we will not win international recognition that we are looking for. But if the world sees verified evidence of killings, verified evidence of displacement, and our organized peaceful diplomacy, the narrative will change. Look at what the Nation's newspaper, The Nation, reported this morning, August 31st, 2025. 13,595 families searching for 23,659 missing persons in Nigeria. This is reported by the Red Cross. This is alarming. So all these people are missing. Now, out of 23,659, 20,000 are Biafrans. 20,000 are Biafrans. You can challenge me, but I'm telling you the fact that 20,000 are Biafrans out of these 23,659 that are missing. Because what? Fulani have killed them in the bushes. Fulani have kidnapped them and have taken them to Tiger Base. They have taken them to with this one. Oh, this other police station. Somebody help me, please. Tiger Base. Obinze, they've taken them to Obinze, they've taken them to Ikonek Manabia, they've taken them to Zone 6, and all police stations. We have seen the news. When they go there, they inject them with all manners of poison, kill them, because it's either you accept to confess or you die. And you are not confessing the crime you committed. They force you to confess and accept that you committed a crime. If you refuse, they inject you, they kill you, you die slowly, and they cut your body parts and then sell it to their buyers and bury them in shallow graves. Their families are not allowing them their families, and they don't have access to their children. Even when they go with full evidence that they are in those stations, they will deny that they are not there, and you will never see your children anymore. So out of these 23,659 missing persons in Nigeria, 20,000 are Biafrans. This is why our investment in independent media, research as well, and international lobbying through the IOU loan is not optional. It is essential, because if Nigeria spend billions crafting a lie and we spend nothing on the truth, the lie will dominate. That is what I'm trying to say. Our job is to replace the labels of terrorists and criminals with the truth. We are a people under siege, committed to dignity and building the structures for sovereignty through lawful accountable means. So we must rise up. That's the point I'm making. So I will yield my mic here in case anybody have anything to say before I will give the second part to my co-host, how the world sees Biafra diplomacy. So if you have anything to say about the changes that has happened in BRGIE media and the different perspective that the world is seeing Biafra today, please pick up the mic and then speak to Biafrans before we move to the next one, because we don't have time. Did
Am I
anybody hear
expected?
me? Yeah,
Yes.
anybody can take up the mic. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. My people, I thank all of you. There are many of us here. We don't have time. My greetings to all of you. And I am happy that we are all here again. but we will always send our special regards to our leaders. My people, these leaders are wonderful people. They opened our minds' eyes to see all these atrocities, injustices meted against we Biafrans. So my regards to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our PM. I pray for him to be released soonest. And our APM, Mazi Ogenkere, may God continue to guide him. Our men who are in the homeland protecting our land, those of them who are sick, God, may you heal them. I pray that whatever we are doing, that God will be with us, because they say that heaven help those who help themselves. In the issue of diplomacy, I didn't prepare for that, and I don't think I will do very well in it. But
Yeah, it's okay. You can focus
yeah,
on, yeah, on
yeah.
the media. Then we can,
On the part of media, I will say something differently from what you have been saying. Yesterday, when we were on the media, on the fundraising, one of our sisters called OJ made a very wonderful remark about how our sister tutors have revolutionized this BRGIE space, and that is very correct. I thank you once more. You brought a lot of sanity, organized way of doing things, and everybody is relaxed, coming to this space and making their speeches. It is very, very rewarding in the way you have structured it. And that goes to show that we Biafrans, we have everything, we have everybody, unlike those who were here before that have left us, whether in peace or in pieces. It is entirely up to them. It's good riddance to bad rubbish. So, Biafrans, what I'm trying to say in effect is that tutors' presence should not just create an opportunity for us to gather together, but be an incentive for us to know that every Biafran should be a media person. As long as you have a Twitter handle, use it to make your voice heard in favor of Biafra. We should all be media people. We should all speak loud so that the world will hear us. Currently, the media, so-called the fly-by-night media in the zoo, they are not reporting anything, and the world is just keeping quiet. We should not keep quiet. During Nigeria-Biafra war, it was only Okoko Ondem that was the one disseminating information to the world about Biafra. But now look at us. We are more than 20 here. So each and every one of us should not just act like a Biafran that is serious about what is going on, but be the media person yourself. Do what you know how to do best so that the world will know that there is war all over Biafra land brought against us by the terrorist Nigeria government. When they say that we are separatists or we are terrorists or we are this and that as an excuse to keep unaliving Biafrans, especially the youths, is Zamfara a terrorist nation as well? Are the Zamfara people also asking to leave Nigeria? What of the people of Borno? Are they also separatists? Nigeria is just terrorizing everyone in the region, but they concentrated on Biafra because the oil and gas that they are using to deceive the whole world is in Biafra land. So we have to keep talking, keep exposing Nigeria for the world to know their modus operandi. Nigeria is ruled by a few Fulanis with their foreign allies who are supporting them. We all know who they are. Now, when anything happens, no one reports it. The most painful aspect of it is that the DOS, who we are claiming to be working with Onyendu, are the ones that this angel makeup, our new general brigadier, now reported that they are hell-bent on bringing Okigwe down. We will all now see that they know what they are doing. They prefer to use Biafrans this time around to fight Biafrans, because whoever is, whatever his name is, the one in South Africa, I've forgotten his name, he is a Biafran, from Unnewi to be precise, the same place that our Dim or Dumegbojuku came from. You can see that they know what they are doing. They are very tactical. This time around, they are using Biafrans to fight Biafrans. But the world should know that Nigeria is a terrorist nation controlled by Fulanis. It is not hidden. It is very, very clear. So we should all be hammering on it. We should all be media people. We should all speak up and let the world know what is going on in the zoo. They know, but they are waiting for us to speak up, to act. How do we act? We will act by donating, by taking advantage of IOU. If you want to make some investment in some insurance companies or anything, remember that your homeland is under siege. If you give that loan called IOU to Biafra, it will yield you something that will be everlasting. If you want to buy a new car, you will think of the chances of you owning something when Biafra comes in Biafra land that will last for the rest of your life, that even your grandchildren will benefit from. Freedom, that is what it is called. It is us that we free ourselves from this web that we have gotten into by ever answering Nigerians, because we were amalgamated with these people thinking that any good will come out of it. But look at the way it is playing up. So it is still down to us to work hard and shake Nigeria off our backs by talking to the world, by exposing anything exposable, so that who do not understand will now see it clearly. So my people, we all have to do something positively, and the earlier, the better in getting our freedom. IOU is there. Our APM yesterday unveiled a new payment link that we all should take advantage of. As our sister said, it's not optional. It is mandatory. We must, service our freedom. We must fund it. We must support it. No other person but we Biafrans. Please, my people, I'm begging you people, come and support what we are doing. Financially, we need it. And the time is now. Because this second time around, only God knows what they are taking to Okigwe with, to go and keep buying our people. I know that most of you will be thinking, when is all this donation going to come to an end? Please, my people, soon and very soon, God will come to our aid, but he cannot help us if we are not helping ourselves. I've never seen any country that God fought for. So, my people, Let us do it now, and the earlier the better. I will yield for now and let someone else who wishes to say something go ahead, because we really don't have much time to continue. Thank you so much, and I wish you all happy Sunday once more. Thank you, my host.
Thank you so much, Mama Betty. I want to use this opportunity to thank Sister OJ. You know, when I slept off, it was very late over here. So, Sister OJ, oh my God, I heard the donation you made. Thank you so much. The donation is for all of us in the media team. Madam Betty, I did not change anything in the space. All of us changed it because we want the best. So, it's everyone that did it. It was a collective ideas and effort because we needed sanity. So I'm so sorry I'm not the one that brought sanity and organization to the space. No, all of us did it. So thank you so much. Thank you, Biafrans. We made it. This is how it should be. Yeah, because if we did not keep our house tidy, we would not be here till now. Yes, so because the media, you know, perception is everything in international politics. And we know for decades what Nigerian government, terrorist governments have been doing, controlling the narrative. They've spent so much millions on lobbying firms to paint us black. That's what they've done. Yeah, so, and we are here to tell them, no, the world cannot see us like that. You know, I came across a document that said that in 2021, that this terrorist government, Nigeria, hired a US lobbying firm called the Ballard Partners, and that they were paying them $90,000 a month to lobby that administration that year to make sure they label IPOB as a terrorist a group. You see, the extent that they went. But today we are here to fight back. We are here to fight back and say no. And we are winning this information war. That is why Musa has jumped out again to cry. Because our citizen journalists, our media team, we use social media, which Amina was crying in their, what is that conference that they did? That summit that Musa organized. She was crying that the social media now has become a war front. That initially they were using radio, but now we are using social media, we are using space. These people log into our space and listen to what we are saying. That is why they are crying there. Because we have now used social media to bypass the traditional gatekeepers. You see? So we show the world now raw evidences, unfiltered one, against the Nigerian terrorists, all the atrocities that they've committed against us, how they are burning homes in Okigwe. Yes, that is what we are doing. So the world is starting to see the truth, because the Nigerian the terrorists cannot win this battle. The evidences are so many, so numerous. So the frame is now slowly shifting from Nigeria instability to, let me say, Biafran resistance against this state-sponsored terror. So every video, every tweet, every report from the ground is a counter-offensive. So we are no longer just the story. We are the storytellers by ourselves. Yes, that is it. Nobody raised up the hand now, so that is why I am still I am still talking under this media. So I didn't see any hand that is raised up. Yeah, so we are still under media before we go to diplomacy. Is there any Biafran that want to elaborate on the extent that we've done with the media, how we've been able to win Nigeria with our media war, and how the world is seeing us now, not as terrorists, but as peace-loving people that just seek for survival and justice? Anyone before we proceed? Thank you, Minister Snow, the original. Please, you have the mic.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning,
Good
Sister
morning.
Sisters.
Good
Uh,
morning.
Wada Betty, my honorable minister. Greetings from here.
Dalo,
Biafra lies
Ndewo.
on depends. Um, I know Obi Chicago is here. I know Chichi is here. Sister Stella. Freedom for all. One Keme. Wada Love. You know, we have our town hall today, so I know everybody's preparing. Sister Eunice, David and Nana, Uncle Ben Owabo, 1 million. Uncle Samuel, Veteran Dragon, I see everybody, Rage and Fury. Greetings from here. Bikono, I just want to chip in a little bit on this media uh, before I continue with the IOU loan after I run a little errand. My love and greetings to our leaders, those who are leading us from the front, who started the journey, because when we talk about our media presence and our dominance, it comes from a place of consistency. You know, we stayed consistent at each time when the enemies were oppressing us. We stayed consistent, but we kept following the trend, just like our leader instructed us to do. So when we want to discuss, how we took over and controlled and changed the evil narrative that has been painted against Biafra, it started from being consistent. Our leader Mazin Namdekano awakening us in the media. That's why they fought everything about the radio stations and all of that. So it comes from a place of consistency. But then, what actually are the things that we exposed using the media? Today, you hear in Nigerian media that they have the balls to now tell you that in a year 4,722 people have been kidnapped. These are their own record, which of course are not. This is not true. They tell you that 4,000 something people have been kidnapped, and now they bring out another survey, another of their findings to tell you that 20 something thousand people are missing. Is it 20 something thousand? I can't remember what the figure is. What is the figure again? I think I made a post about that. I can't remember what the figures are, but
They
they tell
said
you that 20 something that
they said 13,595 families searching for 23,659 missing persons in Nigeria. So
my people,
23,659 persons are missing in Nigeria right now.
and then they told you that 4,722 people have been kidnapped. What kind of nonsense is this? But they are having all this conflicted reportage because we have consistently exposed their evil. Sometime ago, a few days ago, I made a post. I said everybody that lives in that territory called Nigeria needs to be very, very thankful to BRGIE and BRGIE Media because of the exposition, the way Nigeria has been exposed. In Washington, D.C., we are there. On the media, we are telling even the people we are meeting, because what people don't understand is that some of the people you go to talk to, they also come to listen to you. They come to hear your opinion. I mean, if you open tutor amateur, somebody will explain to you. Maka m ga-ekwe ha n'Igbo. Ọ bụrụ na ị bụ onye ikpe, Nwada Love, our own popo, onye ikpe, ọkwa ọnụ from onye a, ọchọkọ ọnụ from onye a, ọchọkọ ọnụ ihe ndị opinion ndị nke a bụ, because ndị nke a na-eweta different opinion. Onye chọrọ ikpe ezigbo ikpe ga-achọkọ ọnụ sia from ndị niile dị concerned. You want to hear from everybody that is concerned. So the people that we have sent our APM to represent us and to speak with, whom our lobbyist is spending his day, night, every time trying to make sure that everything works well with us and them, whom our attorney, Dabiri, and our layers, of course, are doing everything in their powers to see that we achieve a long-lasting solution for the problem of our people, which is Biafra. It is everything that you're doing here in the media that exposes it. The output of BRGIE is what made Nigeria, what got Nigeria exposed. The only sad part of the whole media exposition that we have given to Nigeria to the rest of the world. You get into Nigerian youths and their conversation. It looks like these people are they're living in a different place as of where the thing is happening, because the fact that there is war going on in your neighboring state and you're in another state dancing and jubilating is what I don't understand. I have said this consistently in this media. Nigeria is the one place where I don't see how people finish going to school, but they cannot think for themselves, just a little bit. You cannot think the fact that your security, when you do not have your security, you don't have nothing. Somebody who could leave their house and not come back, maybe because a a tank carrying some gasoline or petrol decides to be running on roads that are not tarred, moving through hoops, shaking its body, things that such trucks shouldn't do with such load. And it spills off and 300 people dies. We expose that to the world. We explain to the world how this is. Sister Stella was here pointing out every details about that explosion, that tanker explosion, the one that didn't even fall. We all narrated and gave the world the right narrative of what is going on. We exposed Nigeria. Their farmer header clashes or whatever crisis, whatever they want to paint it in Benue. We exposed them. Our leader Mazen Namdekano started it. And now, because we are in Washington, D.C. now, we expose them using this platform that this is not what it is. People started looking for people who have spoken about this. We stayed consistent, even when they brought all sorts of distractions against us. We stayed consistent. You know, if we deal with them over whatever they bring, we go back and we continue what we're doing. So, BRGIE Media, I think you're the best. I've always said this before. I think BRGIE Media is the best, where you get the truth. You know, there is nothing as important as listening to people who are telling you exactly how it is happening. And that is what we lack in so many places today. But because we're building something that is going to be there for eternity, we're building something that is going to be a reference for the coming generation. We have to do it the way we're doing it. We're staying pure. We're setting the status quo. This is a different pace where we are now the pace setters. Every foul status quo that has been held against Biafra, we're changing it and setting a new foundation for Biafra using a pure media. So I will always continue to appreciate this media. You know, when you see people and they are consistent, listen to them. Yeah, I don't like to use his name, the is it Vam or whatever? When he started all this nonsense that he was doing, there was a comment I made. I said, you know, you can listen to people who are not consistent. Our Minister of Information, Mazi Soni Akbarawa, he has stayed consistent from day one. If you look at the track record of these two people, you can compare. So we have stayed consistent, and that is why we are winning the media war. The things that this media exposed is the killings of Biafrans, the continuous genocide going on in Biafra land. These are the things that this media exposed to the world. It's not just the fact that we are not terrorists, because all these people in these countries, they saw it in Nigeria when Nigeria was saying that IPOB, but IPOB were still gathering as an organization then. They were still gathering in different places in the country. They never got harassed by the country's police or the security agents. That is because they don't see them as terrorists. That was just Nigeria doing their thing. And since we do not validate Nigeria, we don't care for none of that. Now that the UK government has labeled their ruling parties terrorists, one of the reasons why it's out there is because of you and I. Because of you. Left for these people, they are showing they wouldn't if they would discuss it and tell you other stupid things that happen. They will give them whatever narrative they want them to tell you. But because of our exposition of Nigeria, you cannot deny the involvement of the politicians in the killings in our land. The British, whatever Sahara reporter reported it too. They said that the Buhari and this man in Ebonyi State, as at the time he was the president, Dave Omaya, that they created a Bubago to kill Biafran civilians. Ndiakodo kill Biafran civilians. Every different stupid outfit that they have created, being the government, has been used to kill Biafran civilians. None of them can give you a proof of them arresting the Fulani, the people perpetrating the crimes in the communities. None of them. Those were the people they labeled that we Biafrans are killing Biafrans. But we came up here and we exposed them all, following the trails of our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And you know, our APM calls PM the greatest expose of all time. Because Mazi Simon Ekpa, he will just finish you. Our PM will bring you, he would connect every dot that leads to you being the perpetrator of whatever crime. And that is what this media did. Every time they brought anything against Biafra, this media stood their ground. And they every time they bring it, guess what? They create a little problem to distract us. They expose one of their saboteurs, the people that they have planted amongst us. One of the dispensables will be dispended. This media held their ground and exposed everything. So I give thanks to this BRGIE media. There is not going to be another like you. And when you're gone, you will be a point of reference for Biafrans. We are building a nation where our children, they will have the best. I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and I said, I want a Biafra where children want to be pilots and they grow up and they're actually pilots. A child is growing up and he's saying, "Oh, you know what? I want to be a medical doctor. I want to make sure that everybody's okay." And they grow up, study freely, do everything in their community and become a doctor and take care of their people in their community. That is the Biafra that we are looking for, and that is what we're showing in the media. So God bless you all. Our senior citizens that are here with us, may God continue to give you strength to be with us, because when we see you guys, we get more energy. When I come up and I see our Love Akobunda, I see MID, you know, I see Sister Stella, and you know, Ben Owabo. When I see you guys here, it gives us the strength. We younger ones. I mean, when I talk about young ones, I'm talking about like Nono. You know, Nono is a young man. If you're Bayani Nwoku, freedom for all. All these are young people that are going to make sure that every legacy that you're living today, that we will hold it and we will pass it down as we all journey towards that path that everybody will go to. So you guys are the strength that we see. You know, our leader Mazin Kanu is the strength for every one of us. Manaina Afunu, it gives us confidence knowing na ọ bụrụ sọsọ okenye arụrụ ala, anyị enwero sọsọ okenye arụrụ ala in Biafra. You know, the other day you spoke, Sister Betty, and I told you how much of, you know, that was a mother speaking to Biafrans, and I really did appreciate that. So we encourage more of our mothers to come up and speak to us. It would be nice to hear from you guys, you know, even if you don't come with your names, just come and speak to us. Talk to Biafrans. Let Biafrans hear you, you know, and hear the voice of their mother telling them what they need to know and what they need to do. When we talk about the IOU loan, there are things that I would want to discuss in a little details about it. So I'm going to go and run a little errand, and I'll still be here. All of us will be having this conversation. I want people to weigh in. Tell people why BRGIE Media is the best, you know. I know I took a long time, but let's just keep it short, run through a lot of things that we have. And hey, today will be a good day. Don't forget, the United States is having a town hall. Let us talk about our security. It's very, very important. It is our duty to discuss the security of Biafra. It doesn't matter where we are. It does not matter where you live. The security of Biafra is our duty. And keys the only be interested in. So let's all gather at the United States town hall today. Another thing I wanted to talk about is this. We are about 65 people on this space. Now, I want to believe that people forget, but please try to make it a habit. Once you join the space, you share the space. That is the only way the people are going to hear what you're saying. If you do not share the space, how are the people going to hear what you're telling them? How are the people going to partake in the information that you are also gaining? So when you join the space, please share the space. There is no reason why we will have 14 people that have reposted this space, and we're 60 something Biafrans right here in the space. So let's go ahead and share the space while we continue our conversation. Dalun everyone.
They were the original COS. We are happy to have you here always. Thank you so much for speaking to Biafrans. Onyenyerewan, are you there?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm using you guys, the same you guys that caused a problem last time. I'm still using can you guys hear me? I hope that word is not offensive. Thank you very much everyone in the space. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are streaming from. Speaking about sharing of space, speaking of sharing of our Twitter space whenever we gathered, I think I may say we have two categories of people that this sharing of a space, it may come in a way that some people may join the space suddenly and they forgot that they did not share the space. One other thing I'm discovering is that there is some other people who share this space, but it's not counted among this one that shows on this on the host share. Those people that reposted is not counted. I don't think he used to count. Because me, myself, I used to repost. One other categories of people that are not sharing our space is those who did not believe in what we are doing. Because I can remember one certain time when, who is those people? When this stupid Ngozo Rabeze and they are gullible, they were hosting a space. I think this is earlier this year. I went into their space. I was asking them a question. Along the line, they asked me to share that space. That before they will allow me to speak, I must share the space. I say I cannot share this space. You cannot force me to share a space because I can only share a space that I believe in what they are doing. I only come here to ask you people a question. Not that I believe in what you guys are doing. So you cannot force me to share your space. I say instead of you, if you know you will not allow me to speak, you better bring me down. So the reason I'm saying this is that some of the people, if there is people who are here that they are not sharing the space, those are the people who do not believe in what we are doing. I don't see the reason why you will believe in what we are doing and you cannot, you will find it difficult to share a space. You may forget, but once somebody reminded that let us share this space, I don't think you will not, you must do something in order to share the space. So in conclusion, what I'm saying is that those people who are not sharing this space means that you don't believe in what we are doing, because there is no how you will believe that you will believe in the freedom of Biafra. You will believe that media is power. And we are asking you that you need to share this space. Sharing this space make our reach go far. So that is just what I want to say in that regard. Let me briefly speak on the topic that says BRGIE, how the media, how the world sees Biafra media. Okay, let me just treat that one first. Yeah, I remember when our leader Mazen Nandekalo, he saw something in the media. He started calling out Biafrans, come to media. He asked all of us, he advised us to go into Twitter, then Twitter, but now S. By then, I have not even my thinking and the way I see things, I thought that Twitter is only used by all these governors, presidents. It is not for ordinary men. That is how I see things then. But our leader opens our eyes to know that Twitter is where we can speak and we can distribute, where the world will hear what we are passing through. And so many of us used to say it on this space that since the world have kept silent, since the world refused to speak of what is happening to us, that we are going to be the one to disseminate or to tell our stories. And that is why all of us are gathering here. I don't know if some people are coming here just for coming sake. For me, I am not coming here for coming sake. If it is for coming sake, I know where I can go for comedy. I laugh, I do that. No. But the reason I am coming here is to fight for my own freedom, to fight for the freedom of my children, to fight for the generation unborn, not to allow Nigeria to happen to the next generation that are coming. After seeing what I have passed through in the hands of this terrorist country called Nigeria, I do not wish anybody, I do not wish any generation that is coming to pass through what we have passed through in the hands of these monsters. That is why we are here disseminating this gospel of redemption. When our leader was the one who made us believe that media is power. Our leader, Mazen Nandekalo, he told Nigeria that I am not going to carry a gun. I am not going to carry a weapon. I will only destroy you with a microphone. I am just trying to let our people know the importance of this media, why there is a need for we to do more in the media. Today, what is happening? Today, Nigeria has spent billions. Nigeria has spent trillions of this, their worthless tissue paper naira called useless naira, called naira, for the sake to stop our leader, Mazen Nandekalo. A man who did not carry a gun, a man who have not shoot anybody, he has not even carried a gun, not to talk of shooting it. He only used microphone. See, every one of us should know that our coming out here, our voice is a gun. Our voice is a bomb. Our voice is Obunigbe that will destroy that zoo. For some of us who do not know the importance and the reason of this media, what the impact of this media that we are speaking about. Since Nigeria refused to report what is happening in our land, is the world not hearing it? Is the world not hearing it? As a matter of fact, the world knows that the Biafra media, I am telling you categorically clear that the world, the international organization are coming, the international bodies are coming to listen to us. You may not know, but that is real. They are coming to listen to us because they know that it is only in our space, in our media, they got to know what is happening in that useless country called Nigeria. Forget about, do not feel as if the world are not hearing, or the world, the only reason the world are hesitating, the only reason the world are delaying in responding to us is because of their interest that they have used Nigeria to gain. But yet the world are beginning to see that if they allow what they are gaining, if they allow what they are getting to divert their attention, to see that the terrorism that Nigeria is bringing is going to affect them, that is what is making the world now to begin to rethink. They are rethinking, and they are seeing the reasons to believe and to do or to go into alliance with us. So I want to tell all Biafrans that our media has become a beacon. Our media has become a hope to the hopeless. Our media is the reason why Nigeria, whenever they are doing something, they will know that the world is seeing it. If not for the sake of this media, you wouldn't have believed what would be happening in our land by now. If not for the sake of our gathering, I want every one of us to remember the reason why that useless Buhari colors dots in a circle. They thought that when they are dealing with us, that nobody is going to come for our rescue, nobody is going to hear our voice. There is no media that is going to speak. But little did they know that we have come, and we have come. We are, if you are among those that our leader Mazen Nandekalu says, those that was born for this cause of freedom, believe me, you are ready, you are gonna be ready to do anything for the sake of freedom. So without wasting much of our time, I for the sake of those who will speak, I just want every one of us to know that whenever you pick up your phone to click that Twitter space, just set up your mind that you are coming here to speak for this, to speak positive on what we are doing. Do not pick up your phone to join a space just for joining sake. When you are coming here, come with your heart. Like our leader, Mazen Nandikalu, used to preach to us. He said, if you are coming, come with your biro and paper. That is to what is trying to make you understand is for you to see, or for you to be able to pay very attention, and for you to take your coming here so serious. So I thank every Biafran that has gathered once again. Please, if you have not shared this space, take a second, take 1 minute and share this space. And if you refuse to share this space, that simply means that you are one of those spies that just came to watch on us, probably to attack our space. You are not here for our freedom. Thank you very much for listening to me. I yield my mic here. Thank you very much. Day one.
Thank you, Onyenyere, one of Biafra land. God bless you. Okay, since no other person is ready to speak, let's go to part 2. How the world sees Biafra diplomacy. That is the part 2 of it. Yeah, it doesn't mean that if you pick the mind that you cannot still combine the two, because we don't have time. We have 2 sections still left. We'll try and see what we can do. So now we will just want to explore how Biafra is leveraging on soft powers. So each time we talk about liberation, there is one battlefield that we often underestimate, and that is diplomacy. Yeah. So what do government institutions and what will I say, even the international idea see when they hear Biafra? How are we framed on the global stage? Because recognition doesn't come from a passion alone. It comes from how the world perceives us as Biafrans. So that is what we want to look at now. And I'll just touch briefly on the history part of it, and then we look at the present, and then what the world is saying right now about Biafra diplomacy. Yeah. And we all know that Biafra's first name echoed globally during the Civil War of 1967 to 1970. And we saw international audience who did not know us through politics, but through the image of starving Biafran children, which we see all over social media. If you just type anything about Biafra, you see the images of starving children displayed there. Yeah. But while ordinary people sympathized, government acted differently. Yes, that was what happened. We have read in history that France quietly gave support through Gabon and Ivory Coast, but no major Western power formally recognized Biafra. We have also read in our history that the Britain tied to Nigerian oil, they stood firmly with Lagos. You see, even the Organization of African Unity, they rejected Biafra's plea for sovereignty. And what did they prioritize? Territorial integrity over self-determination. So from the very beginning, the world saw Biafra as a pain. They don't want. They don't want us to be free. You see what has been happening. So if we now fast forward it to today, and we see a new chapter entirely, where we have the Biafra Republic government in exile that has emerged and has begun to build formal international channels. And we really applaud our APM, our PM, our lobbies for that. because we saw this year our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere that met with US lawmakers, including senators. You see, so many senators, we know their names, and these are not just random meetings. And one of them was Bill Hajati, Kindi. There are so many. We will not go into reading their names. The newspaper carried it. So these are not just random meetings. This is a direct access into the heart of the US foreign policy circle. And we saw very well that the Nigerian terrorist media, they carried the news. Yeah, they carried the news because they never even believed that such a thing can happen, because they have so many lobbies in Washington, D.C., but they failed. So the BRGIE has also written to this thing, the congressmen and women. We saw the congressional testimony that our APM dropped, and it's urging the recognition of Biafra from our referendum that took place last year, December 2nd, where it was ratified by 517 delegates. And we saw that over 50 million Biafrans worldwide participated in that referendum. And the BRGIE is using this as a diplomatic evidence that the people have spoken and we want to leave Nigeria. And if we note, in November, our PM, when I say PM now, let me also refer to BRGIE. We saw how he retained a US attorney, Amanda Biri, specifically to pursue this recognition channel in Washington, D.C. And we have seen that the attorney is working very, very effectively. That is why even Eritrea have taken him, Ambazonian have taken him, even Somaliland, they've also picked him to be their attorney. You see? So this means Biafran diplomacy today is professionalized, unlike before, you know? So it is no longer just emotional appeal. Rather, it is a structured lobbying and a law-based advocacy. So while Nigeria calls us terrorists, the truth is Biafra is already sitting at the diplomatic table in Washington, D.C. That's what it is. So it has changed now. Now, so, you know, there's a little challenge here. We know that there has to be challenges because of a national interest, because the global power still balance our case against Nigeria's strategic values. They still believe to some extent, but now with the help of our APM, they've come to realize that that resources that they hope or believe that it is owned by Nigeria is not really owned by Nigeria. It is owned by Biafrans. All the resources are located in our land. So now there is a shift, because when Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and some news channel reports extrajudicial killing in our Biafra land, or even the NSAS that happened in Lekki, the whole Nigerian narrative of terrorists, they've begun to lose power, because the power is not there anymore. They're losing their powers because we are here. Our lobbies are there to tell the world, no, this is the reality on ground. So international voices are increasingly aware of the humanitarian crisis in our land, and this is done through our lobbies. And now, with BRGIE, through our APM showing up in Washington, D.C., they are not calling him rebels. Even when the Sabo are saying he's a criminal, Washington, D.C. never recognize him as a criminal, because he is not. He is not. He is going there with to play this diplomatic game with documents, lawyers, even a referendum result. That is what is always inside that briefcase he carries. So the narrative is shifting from Biafra is chaos to Biafra is organized. Yes, it has shifted. Biafra is now structured. Remember, Buhari said that we don't know how to organize ourselves. Yes, we are telling the world today. Our lobbyist is helping it to tell the world today that we are organized, we are structured, and we are persistent in what we are looking for. So today, the world sees Biafra diplomacy as something in motion. And that is why we have to keep on funding, so that the train will continue to, to move. Yes, it cannot stop. You see? So I don't know if anybody have anything to chip in here before I go to the third part and the last part now. Just one part we have left before our COS will take over the IOU. So how the world is now seeing us diplomatically, it has changed from what they saw us few years ago. How is the world? How the world sees Biafra diplomacy today? So if you have anything to chip in here, please go ahead, because we don't have enough time, and let's manage the time, please, so that everyone can have the chance. We want to see how we can finish the 3 points here. Who is ready, please?
Good evening, everybody.
Okay, good
Dear
evening.
friends,
Yeah, Solomon, go ahead.
happy Sunday, dear friends all over the world that is hearing me. I thank you to God, Mr. Tuto, that give me this opportunity. I think I use it as a point of contact reaching to everybody, all the ministers and every dear friend. Oh, it's little thing I will just chip in is I think I coming out well.
Yeah,
Go
you are
ahead.
good.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, now is the concerning the how the world see their family. I will talk on that. So they have noticed, because since December, apart from the continuity of Mazen Nandekan, as Nandekan have shown the world that he is truthful and is speaking the truth, and the world recognize him as a mouth that speak for Biafra. And this the zoo decided to keep him at bay, so that whether they can be able to scatter the Biafrans. But all to no avail, because the Mazi is not the entity, the nation. Yeah. But he is the God sent to deliver the people of God. So now another person manifests in the person of PM Simon, as he manifested, and the world watch at him and found out that he is truthful also. Now he become mouth that speak for the Biafra. So they decided to keep him at the parents also. So as you can see, since the thought is, if they carry him, we will not declare, we will declare. And at the same time, after the declaration, then they use planted seed, they planted in our midst to scatter us. So, as they wanted to scatter us, then we say no. So the Biafrans say no, and we continue since over that December. Till now, we are on air. Every day we come out, and people have seen, the world has seen that we mean what we are saying. So, of which that the zoo became confused, and the world began to hear us. The world began to act. That's why, as our APM is moving to the direction of where it meet people that matters for this the same issue, and now we are confirming it, and now through us and through all our effort, combined effort to put together, and our lobbyists and our attorney and our our APM. So the nyash of Nigeria became open. So all they are hiding for ages became open. So now the thing is catapulting us to diplomatic relation. It's making way for us. It's making way for us. That's why what Mazen can say, they persist in what they are doing. Then continue it as we continue at the same manner. In spite of the fact that there is some enemy they brought over to distract us, yet the world know that they are inconsequential, because the enemy was there. We do all the self-referendum vote, and they did not come. There was, and after the self-referendum vote that is not just one day. It's not just one day, not just 2 days. It didn't give chance, and they did not do anything. Now, it's very bad for somebody to begin to talk when the neck is off. When they are cut off your neck, you begin to talk. That's what the world will look at them. All these people that is sabotaging what we are doing. They know that the people that know the world know that they are inconsequential. They don't know anything. They're just making noise. So our own code. So now we are getting what we want, and the God is on our side, who give us strength, who give us the eagerness to continue, and so the diplomatic diplomacy there is that very soon we will recognize, because having seen that we are serious, having seen that we are together, having seen that we are in unity, you know, how many of us here during the independence of flag independence of Biafra is Zeke Awolu and some of them, few and all of them. That is a few of them go for that, and the letter got it. Now look at all of us, very serious. We have professors here. Even no matter how educated Zeke, I never hear that they are professors. We have professors here, we have doctors, we have engineers, we have lawyers, we have everything. And the elites are here. So the world is hearing us. And very, very soon we will get the trumpet will sound. And when the trumpet sound, the whole world will hear it. And we will join the Committee of Nations. So that's what I know. And our robust is the best of all best, because we are going in the right direction. That's why the man from Amazonia State, I mean, Minister of Defense of Amazonia, said that we go in the right direction. That they started without this plan, so that's why they begin to see us, and they begin to follow us, emulate us, and because before you know it, our lobbyists become their lobbyists, our attorney become their attorney. You see, these people we are battling against. They are so selfish and so foolish and so wicked that the step we take, they would like to take it, but now where their nyash is open, the step their step will not be valid. Like you see, the Amazonia people find out. I mean, the Cameroon find out that Amazonia is strong. Now they begin to go to Russia to go and negotiate with Russia. For Russia to come and help them to crush Amazonia. Then Russia go back and tell them, in short, negotiate, do negotiation, and tell United Nations to negotiate to settle this issue between Amazonia and and Cameroon. So you see it. So any step we take, they wanted to take it, but now, hence their nyash is open. They are smelling anywhere they go. It's like when person shit on the body and on the cloth and cover it with coat and enter into office, and you'll be smelling the office. So their wickedness is smelling. So God is in our midst. That is God is leading us in all this our movement, and all this our eagerness as we are doing.
Okay,
So this
Brasolo.
where
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
this where I will pause. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. God bless you for your submission. We are managing time because we have less than 1 hour left and we still have two things to talk about. Thank you so much. We have a
This where.
town hall meeting. Oh my God, lack of time. Biafrans, I've showed the link to the new site for payment. Please click that link and make your payment. It's very easy. Yeah, MID, thank you so much, Solomon. That was impressive. MID, please, you have the mic before Biafra first. MID, are you there?
Ndewo, Sister
Ndewo.
Tutu.
Hey, Baba me. Ndewo.
Mm. Ndewo. Mm, mm. Yes, I must be giving my submission. I must be giving my submission, based on the subject matter, how the world sees Biafra, media, diplomacy, and the path to sovereignty, and the reason why we must fund our IOU loan. So, having said this, I know that we have treated the first part, which is the Biafra media, which is very, very formidable, very, very formidable BRGIE media. Now on diplomacy, how the world sees our diplomatic advancement. Yes, when we talk about diplomacy, can you still hear me, Sister Tuto?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. The world has been anticipating to seeing how matured we are in bringing our cry, our national outcry, to the understanding of international community, of which Ojukwu tried to do during, the year of 1967-1970. But those who were with him betrayed him because he cannot be in the war front and at the same time contemporarily being in Washington, D.C. It is not possible. But there were some envoys that supposed to do that job. So those people that are supposed to do that job are called the diplomatics, the military diplomats. They failed Ojukwu, the military diplomats. But, those that were to negotiate apart from military diplomats did not fail him. People like Chinua Achebe, who was an ambassador, and people like Francis Akano Ibiam did not fail him. But the military diplomats who supposed to procure all those necessary equipment needed did fail him, and they're supposed to submit a particular document, a classified document, to the government of Nicaragua, to the government of the Southern America, and to the government of Northern America. They failed him. So when you are indulging into this kind of fight, we supposed to diplomatically be united. We're supposed to be united and trust our leader. When we trust our leader and follow verbatim what we know that he has said, which will lead us to victory. If we follow that, eventually and surely and certainly, that is going to give us that freedom. I remember what one of our ladies said during the time that was on ground. She said it between 1967 and 1917, and I would like all of us to listen to what she said, which will be reflecting to what we're doing here. Thank you. Listen.
We shall never go back to Nigeria again. God's grace will surely emerge as a nation. And so, as far as this war continues, we'll fight to the last man.
That is very, very important and remarkable. Our lady said, we shall never go back to Nigeria. We shall never go back to Nigeria. That particular point where that lady said that should be a kind of reflection. That thing that made that lady to come out openly to say that we can never or we shall never go back to Nigeria. That is to tell you that there was a diplomatic move that's supposed to, make the Biafran struggle to be very, very victorious. But due to the saboteurs, the action of the saboteurs, Biafra later was forced to go back to Nigeria. Now, this time around, it is not like that. because had it meant that there was diplomatic representative doing their jobs within the axis of Europe and America, we wouldn't have gone back to Nigeria. But this time around, the Biafran Republic government in exile is there, doing that thing that gave this our lady the courage to telling us on an interview she was wearing an AK-47, a Biafran soldier, a Biafran heroine, a woman soldier, speaking to us wholeheartedly that we can never go back. And that is what is going to happen. Because they were hoping on something. Although those people betrayed, but today I'm saying vehemently that there is no longer room for betrayal. There is nothing like betrayal again, because already diplomatically, we had the headquarters of our government in exile in Maryland, United States of America. We had the registration of our government in exile in Maryland, United States of America. We had the representative of Biafra government in exile in Maryland, United States of America, and the same representative of Biafran government in exile is there meeting diplomatically those that the powers under international recognition and consideration belongs to in Capitol Hill. And they are showing us verbatim the resultant effect of their diplomatic relationship, just like what is being replicated by the time that the government in exile, through the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, said we should henceforth start creating the liaison offices around the world. These were the things that were being deprived diplomatically from our founding fathers, Ojukwu, for example. I am telling our people that today, due to the fact that we have closed all those gaps, the whole world is listening to us. It is only left for us, we Biafrans, to believe and to follow suit. To follow our government, respect our government, follow our prime minister, follow our Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu, follow our acting prime minister, follow the footprints that they have shown to us from 1998 till today, because that is the only way that will give us recognition, and thus making us to becoming a recognized sovereign nation of Biafra. Possibly when Biafra comes, you cannot hear United States of Biafra, but you'll be hearing the Republic of Biafra, which is what our forefathers has created before. I know that in 1969, the Bank of Biafra became defunct. But in 2025, the Biafran Republic, the Republic of Biafra, resuscitates that was defunct. Even prior to 2025, 2023, it happened. 2024, it happened in Lahti, Finland. All these things are chained together, because by the time the people understand their rights and they work towards that, the international community diplomatically will understand that these people, based on the historical fact, have understood the need for them to become a recognized entity, thus be capable of governing themselves. So diplomatically, when we follow our government in exile, we follow our charter, we follow the principles that is made for a people to follow if they want to create a nation. By the time we follow that, the international community has no other option than to bow to us. Before I yield my mic, let me know if we can hear our sister's voice again, because it's very, very important that we hear from her. Thank you. Let me just wait just a jiffy, because it's very, very important. Unlike all these women that are thinking that they went to school and they don't understand the military might of a woman. I'm coming, just a second.
Just a second, don't worry, just a second. It's very, very important for those that are saying that they are feminists. Listen to a fellow woman who carried AK-47 and hear what she said before I hit my mic. Thank you.
We shall never go back to Nigeria again. God's grace will surely emerge as a nation. And so, as far as this war continues, we'll fight to the last man.
Thank you. I hit my mic.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yeah. MID, we love your submission. That was so great and educative. Thank you. But don't go. We have another one. I'll quickly go through it before Minister Snow will take over the IOU section and dissect it for Biafrans and friends of Biafrans that are here listening to us. Biafra first, please give me a few minutes, okay? So the last section here is a path to sovereignty. And this has to do with why the world must accept Biafra referendum. So now it simply means how does the world see Biafra path to sovereignty? How do they see it now? So this one clearly shows that Biafrans have spoken and our referendum have taken place and millions of people, more than 50 million Biafrans participated in this exercise. So the self-determination is not just a gift, it is a right under United Nations Charter, which we discussed a few weeks ago. Yeah. So we must ask the international community, especially this United Nations, me, I call them divided nation. Why do you uphold the right of South Sudan and Kosovo to self-determination, but you hesitate when it comes to Biafra? Does it mean that our blood is less human or our voices they are just less worthy? Or does it just mean that Biafra life does not matter? So the path to sovereignty is not about waiting for permission from Nigeria. I would say it is about the recognition of a people's right to exist. So our referendum was not just a joke. Yeah, it was very clear. It was a clear popular expression of Biafrans, our will, to be specific. And we could see that the organization of emerging African states also acknowledged and gave the credibility to our referendum. Because what we've seen that Nigeria, as usual, because they are terrorists, they deny it, but denial is not a fact. Yeah, because history teaches us that even the most repressive state cannot bury truth forever. Yeah, South Sudan's referendum was boycotted by Sudan's regime, yet the world accepted it because the people spoke with overwhelming clarity. How much more our own? More than 50 millions of Biafrans participated in their self-referendum, so they cannot just bury it. You see? So let us not, sanitize the truth. Nigeria is not a democracy when it comes to Biafra. That is what I'm talking about. Nigeria is a terrorist state in the way they treat us. Yes, because lots of reports are bound there about mass killing, disappearances. We can see the number of families looking for their children that have disappeared. We have seen how they've burned down homes in old Imo State, Anambra. Young men are being executed. If you look at the headline, you see that a man has been beheaded in Ebonyi State. That is a Fulani way of killing. You see? And when they do that, they will start to name unknown gunmen and all that. So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about this situation? Because international human rights organizations, including this Amnesty International, have documented all these killings for years, yet Nigeria have not been sanctioned. So they must accept our self-referendum because we don't want to be part of this terrorist country anymore. We don't want. The Nigerian Army and Security Services have a long record of massacre. If we begin to count, we will not end this space today. Starting from Aba massacre, Mpo, I mean, all of them, they have been killing us. And the recent one that is even ongoing, that our brigadier came out and said, today is 31st, it is ongoing. There's ongoing war in Okigwe. Yet Nigeria will manipulate this media, their own media, controlled by Shehu, to manage the information. That is what they are doing. And they collaborate with these sympathetic actors in the UN. Amina, for example, is number one to brand us terrorists. That is what Nigeria is doing. But truth cannot be suppressed forever. Every bullet fired at a Biafran child is an indictment of Nigerian membership in international law. That is what they have done. So we must speak courageously, especially to this UN. UN has allowed itself to be used by Nigeria. Where are the UN fact-finding missions on the killings of Biafrans? Where are they? Where are the Security Council debates on Biafran's human rights atrocities? Instead, we see silence everywhere. They pretend as if nothing is happening. Musa will organize summit meetings on terrorism. Meanwhile, they are the ones funding the terrorism. They are the ones bringing these terrorists to Biafra land to kill our people. You see? So UN to me is a complicit to the killings that is ongoing in Biafra land. UN system claims to defend the rights of the peoples to self-determination. In Article 1 of its chapter, it invokes the right for Western back cases. But when it comes to Biafra, what happens? Because Nigeria is an oil state that they took our oil, with powerful allies, our rights are just suppressed. They don't want to listen to us. So UN, we are telling you, UN, you cannot claim moral authority while denying Biafrans the same right you granted South Sudan. You cannot. Either the law applies equally or the UN is exposed as political tool of the powerful. That is what we are going to say now. So even as the US drag its feet, we have victories. We have victories. The Organization of Emerging African States have recognized our referendum, and our voices are heard out there. We are saying that Biafrans have spoken, and our voices must be heard. So that is what I wanted to chip in here under this pathway of recognition, how the world now sees Biafran path to sovereignty. Because we have started from how they've seen Biafran media now compared to what they saw years back, how they have seen Biafra diplomacy right now compared to where it was years back, because now we have professional lobbyists who are there to take our case to Washington, D.C. Now, they have also seen how the world sees Biafra path to sovereignty. In that case, they have to accept our referendum. They have no other option. And we are using South Sudan as a case study. They accepted South Sudan a self-referendum. Why can't they accept Biafran self-referendum? We have spoken, and it is final. We cannot conduct any other referendum. It is one, the biggest number so far in the whole referendum that has been conducted in the world. More than 50 million Biafrans voted for this. So I will yield my mic here for anyone that wants to contribute. We just have five minutes, and then we pass the mic to Minister Snow to take up the last part of this, which is IOU opportunity for Friends of Biafrans and also Biafrans, because all that we are saying, money is involved. So anybody that wants to give submission, Biafra first, please go first. We will time ourselves now, five minutes, please. Go ahead.
Ndewonu, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Snow. I'd like to recognize MID BRGIE. Madam Tutor, thank you. My godmother is not here, Madam Muki. Thank you. So let me just go straight. How the world.
Please, Biafra, sorry, Biafra first. I think there's music on at your background. Can you
Okay, let me
please?
just go away from there, please.
Yeah.
Sorry for the inconveniences. So now, how the world sees Biafra media, diplomacy, path to sovereignty. Honestly speaking, the world sees us as the genuine source for information. Let's not shy away from that. And a very good a very good attestation to this is how our APM has been dishing us with positive responses from the White House. So when you talk about diplomacy, how are you able to lobby the international communities to hear you out? You know, this fight we are fighting is not about emotion. It's not about you coming out crying and trying to help, trying to make the other person who's listening to you to hear you out. No, you have to bring facts and figures. And believe me, we've been winning all through. Is it in the media? We've been winning. Is it the way we disseminate our informations? We've been winning. And the world knows this. The world knows this. But because of the interest they have with Nigeria, they are trying to look away from all these things we are doing. But now we want to tell them that, hey, we are the owners of the land. Owanyi Ijiane, we are the owner. Nobody else. It is better. It is better you come to us and negotiate with us if you want to enjoy your stay. It is better you come to us. It is better you negotiate with us if you want the world to be at peace. Because I tell you, for example, America, I tell you, honestly speaking, I tell you that the main reason why all these things are going on in Biafra land is because of that resources that is there. America, Donald Trump, we have the capacity. We have the capacity. I repeat, we have the capacity to shut any terrorist out. If you give us this listening ear, we have the capacity to make sure that any vagabond, any terrorist, any killer, any murderer of men, any person that has claimed to act like the devil, we have the capacity to shut them off because we have the resources. And these same resources is what all these Fulanis are killing us for. These same resources is what is making the enemies to look away from all the good things we used to do. We are very, very entrepreneurial. There is nothing you want us to do that would not carry out effectively. There is nothing you want us to do in this life that would not give you proper details. And we are truth tellers. We don't hide, we don't hold bars. We don't cheat. No, we don't. Forget about those people who claim to look like Biafrans. Probably they are bearing one Biafran name and they are now painting us black in the international community. They are not one of us. We know ourselves. And please, international communities, ensure that you do not go elsewhere for your information collection except here, the BRGIE space. Please, don't try to make anybody lobby you out of this. No, 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 no. If there is anything you want to know about us, if there is any information you want to gather about us, our lobbyists are there. They are in the White House there. Our APM is there. Our information minister is there. It's just a click away. Just hook them up and they will dish everything out to you. So please, time is going. The clock is ticking. Time is going and the clock is ticking. Recognize us. Recognize us. Thank you so much. I yield my mic here.
Thank you. Tutors.
Yes, so I am here. Yeah, we just have to manage the time so that Minister Snow can take it up. Reg and Fury, please, you have 5 minutes to give your submission on how the world sees Biafra media now, our diplomacy, and our path to sovereignty. Yeah, please. He's thumping down. What happened? Reg, are you there? Oh. Reg, are you there? I think we can't hear him. Reg, your hand is up. Uh-oh. I think something is wrong with his internet.
Oh, he's around. Okay, let him go ahead. I would have just said just one thing or related to this.
Oh, I think he has.
So,
Okay, you want to say something, Minister Betty?
Yes, I think he's having problem with either his internet or something.
Okay, let me bring him down. Say what you have to say so that Afam can continue. Rach, I'll bring you down now and bring you up again, okay?
Yes. You know, when we talk about diplomacy, which is one of the practices of communication, negotiation, and dialogue to manage our international relations, you know, and to achieve our foreign policies and objectives. You think of what happened recently as the last people that left us. Somebody, one of them that spoke to me, and I was so disappointed because when you think of all these things, you talk about diplomacy, you will know that one of the key aspects of diplomacy, which is negotiation and dialogue, is the only way that we will get this Biafra and get noted from foreign countries. Look at all the African nations. They all pretended that they are not seeing what Nigeria is doing to Biafrans. None of them is speaking up. So from our referendum, everybody would know that we qualify to be a nation of our own. And from the number that voted for our self-referendum. So when you think of these people, you know, when you now play when we are now on program, you play two important voices, that of Adan Ngozi Orabufulani and Vam Vam Vam, where they were attacking Elias. This is one of the diplomatic aspects of our move to sovereignty. But these people were attacking him openly and directly, as if they don't understand. They have been, Fulani have been killing us. They have been killing us for so many years. And you will ask yourself, how can we bring this killing to a stop? And you will realize that the moment we are recognized by international bodies as a nation, our sovereignty will automatically be known by the world over. And anybody coming to attack us, if UN will be honest, they can send their security agents or their peacekeeping force to come and mediate between us and whoever country that will attempt to invade us. But as it is now, Nigeria is still shielding Biafra because we haven't gained our independence. We are not yet known as a sovereign nation. So with somebody like this, Madam Vam Vam Vam, does he not know that this Elias is part of this diplomatic move that Biafrans need to make in order to gain our sovereignty and our, you know, international recognition? So some Biafrans, many of them have spoken to me over the phone. Oh, why is the APM going to Americans using Elias, wasting the money instead of applying it to our peacekeeping force at home, BDF? And the question is always, how many years are we going to continue fighting and defending ourselves, ignoring the international relations and avoiding this killing by getting us being a sovereign nation? So my people, we need it. We need this diplomacy leads us to the path of sovereignty. And that is exactly what our APM has been doing, even when the PM was here. So we have to note this very area of law that brings us to how killing will come to an end. Please, my people, and as I have said earlier, I will take this as my submission. Remember that IOU is a loan that Biafra is going to pay you 100%. Both Biafrans and friends of Biafrans who love freedom, and we have to really fund it. Let me stop here, and I thank you all for joining us whenever we are out. Biafrans, we need to leave Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mama. Reg and Fury, are you there now?
Excuse me, Sister Tutos, there is something I
Yeah,
wanted to say.
yeah.
Okay,
Can you
sir.
hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, let me.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Reg, please hold on for MID, please. MID, go ahead, please.
I was even permitting him to go on, based on the area he is. But let me just go straight to the point, to give a kind of reference to what our sister, Honorable Betty Ford said. My sister, Honorable Betty Ford, you shouldn't be surprised on whatever Madam Vam 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 could do, because number one, Madam Vam 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 has no academic preparation in Europe, talk less of in Nigeria before he came to Europe. That is the reason why he couldn't understand the meaning of lobbyists. That's why he was saying, Elias, as I quote, Elias, come here, come close. Elias, come here. You cannot succeed for Biafra. You get what I'm saying? Because he does not understand, and he can never understand the position of Elias Girasolis. He can never in his life, because the reference point he uses is swearing on 10 fingers and 10 toes, not on the law, as you said now, Sister Betty. Madam Vam Bam Bam does not understand anything concerning law. Talk more of international relations or diplomacy. When you say diplomacy, that one, it's like you are telling him to dip his head again in Mediterranean Sea where he came from. So he cannot understand. That's why he said 10 fingers and 10 toes. He can never, the likes of him can never comprehend the meaning of international diplomacy. That's why he sees Elias as being inferior. To him, we can be seeing these people castigating this man. They'll be looking at his legs. They'll be saying he's shorter than academic highness. They'll be saying he's like penguin. This nonsense. But they cannot talk about academic qualification of Elias Girasolis. They don't even talk about, they don't understand what is the meaning of American lobbyists, like Gmoran Global, enterprises. They don't even know that for you to open such enterprises, you must have been either a senator in America or a House of Rep member, what you call the congressman, for you to open such firm. They don't even know that it is only America that has that kind of legislative lobbyism. How can he understand somebody that fish carried from Africa to Mediterranean Sea, from Mediterranean Sea to Italy, from Italy to every nooks and crannies? Not only his likes, so, but that is it. People who disregard education can never understand the meaning of international diplomacy. So let me allow our brother Rejan Furi to continue. But our people should not be annoyed when they see the likes of all these people that swear. When we are talking about law, they will be quoting Bible, or they will be doing igwogo, or they will be swearing with their 10 fingers and 10 toes. Those people understood nothing. People should disregard them and grab the possibility of we having academicians among us who understand what international communities do look upon us. You see? Because if not that our prime minister understood this, he wouldn't have intensified the creation of BRGIE, which was an indication given by our leader, Mazonye Ndu Mazen Namdekano. Okay? So that we will have a legal base of operation. That's why the likes of I don't know who gave her a doctorate degree. This one that lives in Belgium, what is it called? Is it Professor Doctor? I don't know when.
Periwinkle mouth. Periwinkle mouth.
I don't know when the international community started recognizing Professor Doctor. I know when she started putting doctor, then Professor Doctor. That is an aberration to academic qualification. You see, all these people, they don't understand the meaning of base. Sister Tutors, ask them, what do they understand by the meaning of osmosis and diffusion? Because in this combination, you will see base. They don't know the meaning of base. Let me hit my mic. Our people should be very, very strong with BRGIE. We are at international stage. Lastly, the IOU loan is a guarantee for those that have big money, biggie money. Bring $10 million. We will replenish you with $20 million. For example, that is the meaning of IOU. Then those that are very expert in the field can expatiate better. I hit my mic. God bless you in classic loro.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much, sir.
So Reg and Free, please, please don't be offended. Manage your 5 minutes so that we pass the mic to Minister Snow. Okay? If we finish
No
on time, you
problem.
can still give another one. Okay? Thank you. God bless you.
It's a lot of time. First of all, I want to send my greetings from Urubesoko State of Biafra to all the great Biafrans that are here present and Biafrans all over the world. Freedom lovers, I use this opportunity to also greet our leaders from the days of Dimodimebo Juku to this very present day. Special greetings go to our military, the Biafra Defense Forces, and to the lobbyists, the attorney, the media team, and the Honorable Minister of Information. He's a great son of Biafra and is well loved by his people. Greetings to the host, the co-host, our mommy Betty. Thank you so much, ma, for your steadfastness and your being persistent. Thank you so much. Amide, thank you so much, sir. You are also deep in your analysis. As a matter of fact, talking about the likes of Madam Raphael Ajaire, truth is that freedom fighting is not for Motopark Agbero, you understand? No, these people that have lived their lives in Motopark, shadowing from bus stop to bus stop, and probably redeemed pastors, they come to preach to them and they pick them into the church. Before you know, they become pastor. After they tried to scam people from the church, they could not make it. They find their way through the Mediterranean Sea or through the desert, and they get to Italy. And today, they feel like Biafra is another means of making ends meet, and using the blood of innocent Biafrans to be running social media propaganda in order to get traffic. It's not for such. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Speaking about the media, for some time now, especially since December 2024, up to this very present day, the media, the BRGIE, Biafra media has been revolutionized, you understand? Gone are those days that you will see people in media speaking without bearing, speaking out of point and, saying, I'm using all manner of words, insulting, cursing. You hardly see that today, you understand? That's to tell you that freedom is not about emotion. It's about doing the right thing, moving with the international laws and the local laws, you understand? That's the only way you can get your freedom, and you atomizing your fact, presenting your factual evidences to the international community, you understand? That is the only way you can get your freedom. And talking about media, gone are those days where we used to have all these political terrorist groups, political stooges, criminals. They were the only ones that had the access to speak to the conventional medias because even these conventional media, they are paid medias, and any directive that is given to them is what they will carry. You understand? And then even if people, a whole community is wiped out, like it's happening right in Okigwe today, they will go to the media and say something different, present something different, because they have paid the media. They will not talk about the reality of it. But today, there's social media, whereby everything that is happening, you have a live witness on the spot, recording it, probably videoing it, taking picture of it, and presenting it to you. So you can see, media has really evolved today, and there has been a lot of positive changes, especially to the Biafran freedom, to our advantage. Media has really done a lot for us, and the organization, the discipline that we find here on the space, addressing issues, not people, is another, respite to this media. You understand? So I really want to say kudos to the likes of tutors, Madam Uki, Mommy Betty, the likes of Eunice, David Unana, you that have been in the front line of this media war. There are many of you too. We have Nelly's and so many other people, also Ukute TV. You guys are really doing very great. So talking about media, we have really improved, I must tell you. Back then, people used to see this Biafra thing as a gathering of miscreant and tout, because of the way the likes of Raphael Ajaire would talk, the likes of Wasofia, Fetu Gala would talk, the way they speak. When people listen to them, people feel like, okay, these are miscreant, these are tout, these are jobless people who are just trying to, do content creating so as to make ends meet. But today it's not like that. Today the media, the BRGIE media, is exposing issues, exposing atrocity and the criminalities of the understand. So this is why the media has really become one of the heavy bone on the neck of the Nigerian state, you understand? Because like somebody rightly said earlier, Nigeria is very careful to do certain things today, because once they commit certain crime, it's not like those days that China's Arise, NTA, AIT, BBC, Bo, and all of them, we suppress the news, and they will just allow crimes to be committed by Nigerian state, and nobody talks about it. But today is different. The BRGIE, Biafra Republic Government in Exile Media, we bring it out. They will search for it and bring it out. Even when Sheung is lying, the evidence will be provided. Video evidence, live pictures will be provided of what happened, what the likes of Sheung, the likes of Fina are trying to cover up. You understand? Are trying to suppress. So it's quite different today. And kudos to the media team. Kudos to the Honorable Minister of Information. And based on the recent instruction, please, I think a lot of people should be engaged in the posting, because we don't know it all, but the Minister of Information has really taken out his time to lecture us on how to do all of those posting. So freedom is not for lazy people. You don't need to come to this place and you are reminded to share this space before you do that. You don't need to be reminded to post or repost before you do that. If you are waiting to be reminded, it means that you are lazy. You understand? So let us be up and doing. So that being said, I also want to talk about the fundraising that is coming up today,
Thank
tonight.
you, Rich. Thank you. You've used like 8 minutes now. Hold on, when Minister Snow finish, you can pick the mic again. Okay?
Yes,
3 minutes.
yeah, I was supposed to speak before Rage. It was network that kicked me out.
How
So
do
I
we?
think plate is me out from.
I'm thinking of how we share the time. Oh my God.
No, I just want to, I was not at the
Take it off.
Rage. Me and you we go fight to.
Afam, hold
Just
on.
okay.
Okay, you 2 to 3. I want to bring in Minister Snow because he has something to say. How do we share the time now?
No, let's
Okay,
go. Let him go. Let him go. I'll wait.
Minister Snow, are you there? Except he's not there. Minister Snow, are you there? Mr. Snow, COS, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, please, the last part is the IOU opportunity. So, yeah, you are to anchor that one. Please, you have the mic now, because we have just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. If you finish on time, few Biafrans can still contribute to that. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, I'm going to actually keep it short so that people can weigh in. The idea of talking about it is for us to have conversations better on understanding the IOU loan. People who are having confusions or questions, they can ask their questions and it will be addressed. I was just wishing that Mazi Kelo was here so that he can go a little bit in on conversation with IOU loan. But even at that, we're still gonna try to get an understanding on the importance of this IOU loan. You get what I mean? Now, I'm going to take it back a little bit. When you think about everything that has happened in our liberation, if you want to count back to go as far as Wazirike, I know why I don't want to talk about Dim, our, you know, our leader Ojuku. I know why I don't want to talk about his time, because people don't, the same thing, people still don't understand it up to today. But if you go back to the time of Wazirike, everything that has happened against the Biafran liberation, whenever it's picking up, what they come up with is a financial distrust amongst the people. Either they start bribing people in heavy ways and all of that. People who sell out all Igbos or Biafrans, I would say, from different walks of life till today. But there is one thing that has given us an edge over everything that is going on. We stayed consistent. You come to the media, we've stayed consistent in decimating information. Those of us who are doing, no matter how little we are doing, we have stayed consistent doing it. The shaky grounds and everything, we stayed consistent in doing what we were doing with funding. So everything that has led us in the time of this our struggle till today, we have it has only been consistency that has given us that leeway to pass whatever situation it is, wherever it comes from. I remember some years ago when our leader Mazen Namdekan said something about our fund, and he said, "If I showed you the funds of Biafra, it will be you will be ashamed." But what happened? Even after they looted, because they looted Mazen Namdekan, they were looting IPOB organization. They had so many criminals amongst the organization implanted. Then Nigeria had an upper hand. The more open it is, the more they have the opportunity to install their spies and all of that. The same thing happened to the Black Panthers in the United States. People don't understand. The Black Panthers, they had almost 40% of people who were there were infiltrators from different security agents in the United States. And that's how they brought it down. The same thing happened with IPOB as an organization. They had so many spy agents inside IPOB organization, you know. Now with with holding people to account in BRGIE, it prevents some of this stupidity from coming around. Now we're setting examples. Everything that has happened all that time was fund. Everything they attacked our fund. And people kept After they do this, people are like, oh, I'm angry. Why is it every time I make contribution that people take it? I can tell you one thing for sure today. Like for those who understand what we're talking about Biafra, but they're sitting on the fence. I can tell you one thing for sure. If you invest your money using the IOU loan that gives you over 100% return, talking about the financial benefit that you're making from IOU loan, you're not going to regret it. Your investment in IOU loan is a sure way of knowing that your money went for this thing and these criminals here did not have access to my money. For those of you who are sitting on the fence, but you want to support what we're doing, you can use your IOU loan. The good thing about IOU loan is this: it's not just that it gives you all those financial benefit that you know. Your support, that support that you're making, it provides well-being, like it provides every kind of service that your military needs. Hope, support, it provides everything for them. An investment that after making it, you know that you're saving life, that's an investment that is worth making. You give us 1,000 a gemma. At the end, when we restore Biafra, we can assure you, after the restoration of Biafra, before anything, we will give you back your money 100%. And you get your certificate that shows that you have donated to this cause using this very pattern. I mean, why would you save your money in the bank? Why would you do a project in Nigeria if you can save your money with IOU loan? If you have dreams that one day you're going to go back home and live there and do any of this, and you have savings, why would you want to save that money in the bank where it's not going to yield you? At what percentage will it yield you money? But here we give you 100%. Every project you want to in Nigeria, they're burning people's homes for doing nothing. They carry bulldozer, they go in there, they demolish people's homes for doing nothing. You're not even there. So why would you want to? That's a wrong investment to make. But saving the money with the Biafran, using the Biafran IOU loan, once Biafra is restored and the land is being rebuilt, because we're going to rebuild Biafra, you have your funds to fund whatever project you want to do in Biafra land, where it will be secured, where you know that in no time there will be proper sewage for everybody. But most importantly, the lives of our people that will be secured from this your IOU loan is something to be very proud of. So take advantage of the IOU loan. Give us your loan. We're going to go into discussing percentages and the different things about IOU loan. For every other Biafran, I will come here with Mazikelo. For every Biafran to understand what they have to do. What if you want to invest 1,000 ejema, and you know that, oh, I don't have this 1,000 ejema, but I want to do this, I want to break it like this. All you need to do is to place a call, and these issues will be addressed. But you have to invest in IOU loan. Those back home can equally invest using the IOU loan. If you're back home and you want to invest in the IOU loan, just give us a call. It doesn't have to be 1,000 ejema. So these are the things that people need to know about IOU loan. This is very, very important. it is very important that as a patriotic Biafran that you're paying your liberation tax. This consistency, this 20,000 a day, 10,000 a day, 3,000 a day, 2,000 a day that you hear, that you have kept consistent, you are doing more than, you don't even know what it is to stay consistent on a course like this, especially giving your best. So that's why when the first time they talked about the IOE loan and people are like, oh, they're going to make benefits. The PM said it. Those who have stayed consistent in the course, what you're going to gain is way more than anything you're talking about IOU loan. Your names will be written on gold, places where it should be. I keep saying it. You think we're so many here? We're talking about a population of over 80 million people, and it's just this us here, that is always doing what we're doing. And a few of our people that are behind the scenes. So we're not really so much. But the good thing is that we stayed consistent. So those who are preparing projects back home, give us that money as IOU loan, and you will be guaranteed that your money is secured, safe, and yielding, you know, so much, so much life saving for your community. That's a good work. That's a good thing anybody should think of doing. If you have anything to talk about the IOU loan, please chip it in. I know Uncle the number always tells people, why would you want to buy a car when you can invest that money in IOU loan? The funny thing is, if you don't give us the IOU loan that would help everybody, you might end up paying the terrorists more than what you would have given in the IOU loan. And you will pay them that money under pressure because they have kidnapped your loved ones. So if you're in the United States, if you're anywhere in diaspora, mm, think of a way to work out money to give the government an IOU loan. Just imagine 1,000 people giving us 1,000 a Gemma as IOU loan, and people can do it. As I'm speaking right now, for our people to in fact, for our people back home to even hear what we're saying in the media, we still need finances. So everything boils down on finances. But in the United States, in Texas right now, as I speak, there is over 1,000 Biafrans who their families are suffering back home, either in Imo State or in Enugu, Old Enugu or Old Imo or Old Anambra, that are in this Dallas right now. Over 1,000 people that can give Biafra Republic government in exile 1,000 ejemma as IOU loan. But why are they not doing it? Some of them claim that they're not hearing the message. When we bring a little IOU loan and give it to the Biafra, this our conversation will be going to their parents in the village, and those their parents in the village will talk to them and tell them, hey, so or do this or do that, since they don't want to hear what we're saying. And the only reason why we're saying this is because I actually a situation where our people, with the way the terrorist Nigerian states are going right now, if you have eyes, you would have seen that they are getting ready for an all-out slaughter on our people. If you have eyes, you would have seen that. Our PM, we know that the God we serve will bring him out for us. Everything will be okay. And as he comes out, the enemies will want to intensify. The holding of Mazin Namdekano, every one of us who have been claiming that we don't understand what the people are saying, will see that the only thing that can free Mazin Namdekano will come from what we will do. And anywhere you are, as a conscientious Biafran, give us an IOU loan. It will help this government to get us to the next level that we should be in. In Washington, D.C., we are there. We're defending our land. All we need is to fund this liberation. With IOU loan, it gives the government an ample opportunity to give you a safe nation, a safe ground, a safe home for everybody, for your family, for my family. So it is a collective thing that we have to do. Daluno Media Team Biafra, there is none like you. I don't think that ndị mmadụ aghọtago ebe unu na-eje, but in time they will understand. Daalụnụ everyone.
Ndewo. Thank you so much, Minister Snow. The original COS. Thank you so much. Yeah. So we have like 10 minutes more. Is there anyone that wants to give some contribution to what he said or to everything that we've said today? We are so sorry that we are running out of time.
Sister, invite
Yeah,
you.
go ahead, please.
Um. Anyway, greetings everyone. Respect to you all, my COS and everyone. Um, what I want to say is this. It is funny that most of us, our people, I'm not talking about those who are doing what they should do. It's those who just listen and those who always think it's all about game. Even those that they are pleading to move into this IOU loan. I hope that this month I will move in. And when I move in, you see my COS place. When I start my own, it does no matter how little it is or whatever where I'm starting, I don't want that profit, that 100% profit. Our people are very stupid. You are fighting for your survival. Even if the government did not put any profit, then it must be business before you participate. We are very, very, our people, we are here talking, crying, pleading to the world. Only people in main market can give us everything we have. But just the wickedness of our people and the stupidity and the ignorance is killing us. When he was talking about something, I was turning down. Do you know why I was turning? I was putting my fingers down. When he was saying he's all about education or something like that. This stupid fellow called the Van or whatever, I'm very, very much sure that he must have gone through secondary school. Keep saying this, force them. But that doesn't stop me from knowing the importance of the lobbies that we need. That does not make me not to understand the importance of our APM being in America. And that is why he's untouchable, just like other of our leaders. And the importance of Trump being in the post where he is now. Tell me, why can nobody... if these people, the Chiomas and the Cole, all these fools that comes out and they're messing up, if they, with their level of education, they understand all these things, they should not be doing what they are doing. But because of the price, that money, because they must have been giving something for them to be fighting what they are fighting. All of us here that we are here because truth is what is leading here. We don't lie here. We don't support evil. We are straight. We are truthful. That is what is holding us here. If this place that we are hosting here, if this group where I am, if BRGIE is lie, I will not be here. That is the only thing that is keeping me here. And that is the only thing that is keeping most of us here. They are begging you for you to do. If you want to do the business, then okay, invest your money in Biafra coin, because this crypto is the future, and we can make it what is going. You keep your money in Nigerian bank. They are begging you do something to save your land. Every time we have turned our people to become preachers. You're crying, begging America why we can do this. We have the numbers. Sometimes, I don't know what is wrong with us. I wish that is why if I happens to be those men on the ground, hey, God knows. You see this Biafra, we must get it, and it must be by force. All these markets in our land will be closed. Believe me. Or you do what you should do, because the more they waste time, our people die, and they know this. Do you need to go to school that you have to save your life? Do you need to go to school to understand that these people are coming to take over our land? Do you need to go to school to know that Biafra land is the only safest place? And they are begging you every time, and they are begging our people. If our people, if that is why I keep saying, sometimes you have to do something dramatically just to get the result, because our people are very, very stubborn, and we allow stupidity to kill us. That is why we are dying. All these people that is doing this thing, everybody, are you telling me that they do not understand what is happening? But because of their criminality, the money that has been given to them. If not, tell me why you will be fighting Ogenkere. Tell me whoever kept our PM where he is, our leader where they are. What did they do? But because of somebody, greediness, because of your criminality, because of my dear, please, Sister Nkiru, last time my pledge, I was told that this thing is being fixed up. Please, I will give my fund yesterday 50 a Gemma and it to be 100. On the fundraising, I will send it. My sister, thank you, please. Sorry, and let me stop here, please. Thank you.
Afam, you know we love you. I've been telling you, take it easy. Consider your heart, please. It is painful, but take it easy, I beg. Please. Consider your health, because you know I used to stop you before you explode like this, but today is late. Oh, cool down, because everything will be okay. Please. I beg, I'm begging you. Thank you so much. Yeah, 1 million. Go ahead. Where have you been since? Go ahead, 1 million.
That topic we will just come like this. You know, so with this media, you know, we need to be articulate. So we allow those who are more articulate, you know, to water the floor before we come in to make our contribution. Though we do not have much time. And they were anti-tutors. Thank you, Auntie Betty, my minister, able minister Snow. Thank you, sir. You know, Mazi Rage, they will take it over from there. Reach you, my brother. Each and every one of us, because there's no time, as we have said, we are running out now, going to our town hall meeting where we have the men deal. Please, I hope the Zoom link is being shared all over the place. Everybody, make sure you grab your Zoom link. You see what my brother Mazia Farm have just said now. You know, I just point out two things from all from the submissions that he was giving. Like the first one, he was trying to address the idiots, the useless idiot. You know, these ones, that these people they behind me. I mean, it's not as if they know what they are doing, because when he was using the terms like you know, talking to our lobbies, it's as the same thing talking to Donald Trump. Yeah, it's like, you know, because this is where our hope is coming from, you know, and these are the people who are doing effectively, you know, with managing the little AJ that we are even paying them, and not even because, and I know that the job, even seeing them what they are doing alone, the job that they are doing for Biafra, you know, you will understand that it is not because of the money that we are even paying them. You understand? So you see, when you see something like things like this coming out, we just ignore them, because there's where we are. Everybody will be paid by his own coin when the time comes. You understand? So that is just it. So now, when it comes to the IOU loan, like my brother Mazia Farm, you've said it. You know, all our sometimes our own. The reason why I will let you know the reason why our government came up with this IOU loan. You know, this IOU loan was very, very imperative, because, you know, when we have been agitating all this while, calling our people, telling them the need, you know, to come together to support this government, you know, and all that. So, but some of our people still came up and like, you said that you are a government. Why are you still raising for? Why are you still doing this? Why are you still doing that? But they forgot that this government is still in exile, and without the people, without the people, this government cannot exist. We in the first place, we are the people who gave this government the Anthony the power, to exist. And this government is still in exile, existing just because of our support. So I don't understand, especially our own people, especially we, the Biafra. So when this IOU loan was coming in, because our government now saw it as a imperative that because we really need to act very fast, and our people are not, maybe they are not really getting the point. This IOU loan, it also extends most especially to foreigners, and even to we the Biafrans. It's even going to benefit we the Biafrans the more, as for those who really have that kind of huge capital to invest, those who have that huge capital to invest, and for those foreigners who have seen or who will look into the activities of we the Biafran people and the Biafran government, and see the achievement and see the progress, the future that is very, very close, and try to key in, at least to invest, because Biafra is a great nation. So, and our government has already set a standard, because our land is being occupied by this Nigerian terrorist state. So for that reason, we are trying and doing everything possible, and we have a lot of multi-dimensional approach, to follow, multi-dimensional process to follow to achieve our goal. One is the international and the diplomatic diplomatic means, and the second one is the disintegration of the Nigerian terrorist state in our land. And these two things, requires a lot of processes, and it requires a lot of money. It's not just something that would, and it really needs, our effort, each and every one of us. So for that IOU loan, it is very, very important that our government have to come up with it, because if we have, gotten control of our land, I believe that, there would have been a sort of control of, all this maybe donation or whatever that we are passing through now. This call for donating and assisting, and our people does not want to understand. So that is the reason why you see that IOU loan came up. So, and I even expected more, especially for those ones who has been doubting this government, to see this as a stepping stone to key in, because if at least maybe each and every one of us has, those of us who are well to do has already embraced this IOU loan, I believe that we would have been able to, achieve a lot and would have gone far. So, but I'm encouraging each and every one of us that it is very, very important, whether you see it as business, whether you see it in the other way, but that is not what it's supposed to be for we Biafrans, because our freedom is something that we that is very, very much important than any other thing. But in the other way around, if you think that maybe somehow, or maybe those of you who have this business mind and who we always want to know, it is you can always patronize this IOU loan. This government is real. This government is not a government that you should doubt, even though that we are still operating in the exile. This government also exists in the homeland, just that we are still fighting against the Nigeria, which is the aggressors that has come to take over our land. So we need to come together collectively. We have the numbers, we have all it takes, and even it is depending on how we follow our government, and how we participate, how we patronize and recognize our own. That will also attract attract internationals and even others to pay attention and to key in to what we are doing. So, and as for our media, I would say our media has become top notch, and I really want to say thank you very much to our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our Prime Minister, who made it possible for us to understand the importance of media today, because as you can see, each and every one of us has now become a media personnel, especially those of us who are standing and speaking the truth. And I believe that under the Biafran government in exile, the world has been able to project and able to understand the difference and the atrocities, most of the atrocities, the hidden atrocities that have been committed, for so long against the Biafran people and against the indigenous people in that contraption put together by the British, called Nigeria. So we are very, very grateful to BRGIE government in the first place. We are very, very grateful to each and every one of us who has already taken it up to him or herself, that we have to, do what we have to do to project to the world and to let them know the atrocities that has been hidden the media blockade, that everything, even right now, we have the ongoing war right now in Biafra land, in Okigwe, in Okigwe, or Owerri, in in almost all the whole part there, it is under siege now. So, and there's no way you can get this news on China. Even those in Lagos now, if you tell them now that there is war in Okigwe, they don't know. They are busy going to their market because they are waiting to hear from the Chinese TV. So, but we thank God for the power of this social media and the power of X, and we the Biafran people and the BRGIE government are really making very good use of it effectively. And I thank God that the world has now begun to, pay key in and pay attention and see every need, to hear what we are doing. So we really encourage the international communities and international media to pay more attention and pay more attention and watch more closely to the activities of the Biafran government in exile and the de facto in the homeland. I will give the mic here because of our time, and I say God bless each and every one of us.
Yeah.
See you all in the town hall meeting.
Thank you. Thank you so much, 1 million. Thank you. I want to use this opportunity to thank all Biafrans that graced this space today. All the Biafrans that spoke, and even the listeners. Without you, we will not be here. I want to really thank our CEOs that have been with us right from when we opened the space. I want to thank my wonderful co-host, Honorable Minister Mama Betty. Thank you so much for the support you gave to me today. I want to thank our last brother, 1 million, Rage and Fury, Afam, hey, King David, Madam Key, Toti, Senior Citizen Bane, Beast from Above, Mweze, all of you here, Baba, Mary, oh my God, hardcore. We are so many. Thank you, thank you, thank you for gracing this space today. We really appreciate, and I believe that we have learned one or two things which we are going to practicalize it. Yes, thank you so much. And I've shared the link to the payment website. Please just click the link. It will take you there. You click donate, put your card details there, and it will just debit the account. Bagam, no waste of time. It's very, very easy. So today now we are going to transit to US Town Hall meeting. Honestly, I don't want information minister to come here because we've exceeded our grace period. This is almost 20 minutes to 10 p.m. here. This should be 20 minutes to 9 p.m. in Biafra land. So thank you so much, Biafrans. Tomorrow will be another great day, and I believe our media team will also open the space. Please don't expect the space earlier than 3 p.m. Biafra time. That is the only authorized time for us to open our space. So in the morning time, please try and do serious of posting. We are really, really doing great. I really appreciate all of you. Yes, that is how it should be, because it is only us that can tell the world what is happening, the genocide that is going on, both in Biafra land and in Nigeria as a whole. Thank you so much. Yeah, so let's move now to USA Town Hall meeting with our able APM, His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere, with his cabinet members. Good night. Oh, no, not good night. We meet over there. Thank you so much.